WHSS video series on steps to gaining housing. My name is Cassandra and I am the WHSS case manager. Today I am going to discuss what is a rental portfolio or a rent portfolio. Have you ever started filling out a rental application and couldn't remember the phone number or email address for a landlord you rented with, then had to pause to find this information? This can cost you time and money on application fees, and if you don't fill out an application in its entirety, you risk receiving a denial. So, what is a rent portfolio? Why is it important, and how do I create one? A rent portfolio contains all the information you will need on an application, both for yourself and the landlord. This portfolio contains your contact information, personal information, rental history, current employment or income sources, income verifications, references, if applicable, pet references, credit report, negative information letter, and any other documents you might need to provide the landlord. Start with gathering this information and putting it all together. You begin with completing a rent portfolio form that can be found in the UW Extension Rent Smart curriculum in Module C. What are your needs for your apartment/home? What is your monthly budget for rent? How many bedrooms do you need? What is your household composition, including individuals over the age of 18, under 18? Do you need parking? How many vehicles do you have? Do you need to be close to a bus route? Do you have any pets? How many? What type and size? And do you have any accommodations that you might need, like having no steps? And also, the next part is your rental history. What is the current address, the dates you're residing there, your living situation, your reason for leaving, and references. You will also include your previous addresses, the dates, the rent amount, living situation, reason for leaving, and references. You will also include any relevant living situation that may affect your approval odds, such as living somewhere that you might not have been on the lease. If you have any eviction history, please describe what has changed since then, such as getting on a payment plan, paying back some of your debt that you owed, and maybe having a good solid history since that eviction. The next part is your employment history. Be sure to include what your current employer is, their contact information, your wage, position, and any relevant skills. Include your prior employment information, your reason for leaving. If you are not currently employed, make sure you do list any sources of income. The next part is your financial history. Do you have anything in collections, and what do you owe? Do you have any court judgments you owe on? Are there payments plans in place? When did this occur? What do you owe? Do you have any wage garnishments for debts or child support owed? Have you ever filed for bankruptcy, and what were the circumstances? Are there any other financial history items that may come up on your background check or credit check? Be sure to include that information. And if you do have a criminal history, make sure you list any misdemeanors or felonies that are on your record. What was the offense? When did it occur? What were the circumstances? Are there any references from probation or parole that can vouch on your behalf? You can also add any other negative information that might affect your approval and include any verifications that you may need. Complete a model rental application for you to keep. Once you complete the form and model rental application, keep them together to reference for each application or landlord who may have questions for you. Thank you for watching. We will see you at the next video.